Alright, what's up, guys? So, I saw this, and I'm like, look, I don't really. I'm not like a fan of either people. I'm not really a big fan of Goldberg. I'm not really a big fan of Rihanna's. But I had to say, like, I do have music of Rihanna's. Goldberg, I will say he is a WWE legend. He's not one of those guys where he's like my favorite wrestler and Rihanna ain't my favorite singer. So I'm just kind of going just based off of like just evening it out. Like I'm kind of like balanced out about this and stuff. But anyways, no, I wanted to defend Rihanna though, because I have seen a lot of people getting on her about her Super Bowl performance. And in case some people didn't know, the woman's pregnant. So if you're expecting her to do backflips and do all these other crazy performances, here's the thing. The fact that she was on like that, like, it's funny though, because people have been comparing it to a Smash Bros. like like map or something. But anyways, the fact that she was elevated while pregnant, all right? And the fact that she was like, she wasn't like pausing the performance. She wasn't doing it because, like, no, she, in my opinion, while pregnant, she killed that performance. And I feel like if she wasn't pregnant, it probably would have been a little bit different. But it's like, you have to do what you got to do in that time. Like, and the thing is this, she probably had signed off on this Super Bowl performance like long before she had got pregnant. So, or maybe, I don't know, maybe she found out around the same time. I don't know. But anyways, I would imagine that if she probably knew that she was going to be pregnant, who knows? Maybe she did it because it's like, hey, it doesn't matter, like, what the situation is. Did Beyonce perform pregnant? I feel like there was a point in time when Beyonce was pregnant and she performed I feel like it was some award show and she was, you can visibly see she was pregnant. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But the thing is like, why is everybody getting on her about her performance? I'm like, was it the way she was dancing? I'm like, fam, y'all gonna be surprised by a lot of different dancing out there. But seeing this, I'm like, I'm kind of just confused by it, because I'm like, fam, it's to me, if it's about how she looked, I'm like, Goldberg, you were literally signed to WWE in that time frame when they had women mud wrestling. I imagine he ain't said nothing about like how they looked or what they were doing or any of that stuff. But no, I'm gonna just read this just so I could get a better understanding. But just seeing it, I'm like, you're disgusted. Why? I'm like, fam, I think anything we should be disgusted by is that Undertaker match that you had at, what was it? What was that pay-per-view? And it was like somewhere over in the Middle East, there's a Crown Jewels. I'm like, yeah, let's be disgusted by that. But anyways, he goes on to say, TMZ, they go on to say, Goldberg absolutely hated Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show on Sunday, calling the singer's performance horrible and saying it left him feeling disgusted. I thought Rihanna was freaking horrible, Goldberg said on his CarCast podcast with Matt. I was disgusted by it. That's all. Let's just say that. I thought it was horrible. DeAndrea said he thought Rihanna's performance was kind of boring, and Goldberg agreed, calling Matt's comments the understatement of the year. But it's like I said, as you can see by her stomach, she is pregnant, okay? So she can't be doing, like, if you're expecting her to be out there doing some WWE stuff, it's like, it's not happening. I'm like, yeah, you name a time where a WWE wrestler that's a woman, when she was pregnant and she's out there wrestling and stuff. No, but anyways, and then Goldberg seems to have an issue with Riri's crotch grab. He wasn't the only one, and felt like the artist made that, because I was like, I don't know why they had to. We all know who Rihanna is. We know who that song is. Artist made the performance too much about herself. Oh my god, it confuses me, because it's like, what else would it be about? What else was she supposed to do? That's what I mean, like, people that are not in tune. Like, I feel like Goldberg, he's only in tune if they were to have like but no, the funny thing is like, crotch grabs she's not the first person to ever do a crotch grab. How come he ain't speak on Marshawn Lynch when he did his crotch grab when he scored the touchdown? Remember when he grabbed his, then he flexed? Goldberg ain't saying nothing about that. And what, Michael Jackson, he did do a Super Bowl performance. I don't remember seeing it because I was a kid, but I'd imagine like what he didn't really do like a crotch grab, did he? I don't know. Freaking, he did something, but Michael Jackson, he was killing his dances and stuff. But I'm saying it's like this isn't the first time, but I'm like, fam, it's funny how he says that. And I'm like, there's been so many moments, okay, in WWE where if it was a toss-up between Rihanna's performance, like if I had kids, right, and it was a toss-up between Rihanna's performance and just half of the stuff that I've seen in WWE, bro, and just from the time that I've been a fan, we're not even gonna go back to like the time where I really wasn't watching it. So like, because I was born in '96. Wrestling, it seemed like in the '90s it was pretty crazy. But I'm just saying, like, there was a lot of different crazy things that was going on in wrestling versus Rihanna's like what 15-20 minute Super Bowl performance. And I'm like, and then also talking on like it being boring, I'm like, look, the fact that Rihanna hasn't performed or done any form. I think what she did do music for Black Panther, but that was like what the first time in years. So it was like I'm saying like it's to see that she's just she's still doing music, because I think probably a lot of people are thinking like she's probably then retired or she's done with music and stuff, and just to see that she's performing and pregnant at the same time, I'm like, bruh, to me that's pretty cool. I'm just saying. And then, so TMZ, they go on and say, of course, Rihanna opt to do her 13 minutes. That was 13? Why I felt like it was longer. But anyways, 13 minutes at the Super Bowl without bringing out any surprise guests like other performers in the past have done. I guess like that's one thing I would have like, cause it was Kansas City. I don't know too many Kansas City artists, but I'm like, I thought it'd been cool if they had brought out like Lil Uzi and he had performed his song Just Wanna Rock or something. But I mean, yeah, I did think of that, but I'm like, hey, if she just wanted it to be her time to shine, plus she didn't even get paid. If that's the rumor that's going around, and if that is true, she didn't even get paid. She did this performance for free, and I'm like, fam, the fact that she did it for free and all of that was going on, no, I think that was pretty solid. All right, so anyways, and then there's like Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona was the first time she's performed in over 6 years. And we know she wasn't exactly alone up there. Yeah, she's pregnant. Goldberg, however, is a fan of Chris Stapleton, who sang the national anthem before the Chiefs-Eagles played, applauding the singer-songwriter for doing his job to the fullest. He literally sung the national anthem. Now, that's a performance, not to get on Chris Stapleton, but I'm like, that's a performance where it's like he ain't doing no wild or crazy things during the national anthem. He's just singing the national anthem and going on about his business. And he did do good. He was bringing people to tears. And so I'm like, no, if you bring a person to tears, despite how I feel about the national, because I'm like, it don't matter to me who's singing the national anthem. I'm like, it could be anybody up there singing the national anthem. It ain't gonna matter to me. But the fact that you can bring people to tears, no, that's good. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure if they would have recorded some fans out in that crowd, they probably would have been crying, because it's like, yeah, or they most likely were crying because they haven't seen Rihanna in years. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people there that went there to go see Rihanna. And then on top of that, how many views did they say her performance had got? And I'm like, and then how many views did Chris Stapleton's performance get? So I'm like, yeah, I think if we compare the views and then compare how many people was there for Rihanna and Chris Stapleton, and there's like I said, no offense to Chris Stapleton, he did his thing, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying, all right, so no, there was like, Rihanna's halftime show was reportedly watched by 118 million people. Even more people watched even more people than watched the actual football game. But we now know at least one of those many millions wasn't a fan of the performance. And yeah, I'm like, I've seen a lot of different people get on Rihanna about her performance, and it's like, fam, the girl was pregnant, okay? So if you guys are expecting her to be doing backflips, 619s, freaking what else? Yeah, it's like she ain't gonna be doing all of that. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, like she, just based off of like music videos I've seen of hers, she doesn't really come off as somebody, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe it's been a minute since I watched her music videos, but she doesn't come off as a person where it's like, if you're expecting her to do some like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible type stuff, that's not gonna happen. that is Rihanna. Whatever she felt like doing, that's what she's gonna feel like doing. All right. And then once again, the woman was pregnant. She ain't had no. The thing is, I mean, yeah, I guess you do have control over your pregnancy and all that stuff. But at the same time, if it's just something that just randomly happens, like, then yeah, it's like, fam, it ain't like she gonna get rid of her kid to go do to satisfy people for a Super Bowl performance. And it's like the way people are acting, it's like, and then if you're a Rihanna fan and you still, it's like, it's on some stuff where it's all like, yeah, if you're expecting her to perform at another Super Bowl the way that people have been getting on her about it, yeah, nah, fam. If I was Rihanna, I'm like, no, you guys want to see a performance and y'all gonna have to just wait until I decide to get back into music and stuff. But yeah, people are weird, man. Then Goldberg getting on there, I'm like, like I said, I'm all like, all right, what would you guys rather watch? All right, would you rather watch his Undertaker match at Crown Jewel or Rihanna's Super Bowl performance? I'm like, yeah, the woman was pregnant and she had a better performance than you in Undertaker. And I'm like, you guys are literally like top tier wrestlers in the wrestling industry. I'm like, man, get out of here with that. But anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.